that. Okay, with a strong culture, with a strong group of performers, then we're prepared to grow. If you're already weak, if people aren't on the same page, or if you have people that can't perform when you're small, how are they going to possibly perform when you're larger and more complex, with more risk? What I've seen is when you're a smaller business, you can get away with risk. You can overcome that. Okay? But what I've seen is when companies get large, okay, when they don't have that in place, guess what happens to them? They fall very quickly. They dive. I would say this really is the heart and soul of my life's work. Okay? The reason is because it provides an opportunity for human beings to come together and accomplish things that they couldn't by themselves. Unfortunately, we live in a world today, if you look at the newspapers, you pick up the headlines, have a few here, you find things that have a lot to do with values, many of which are not very pleasant organizations. Okay? And so we see how values play out. And they play out in other ways, though. It's not just about people violating, breaking the law and so on. It's about decisions about what we should or shouldn't do.
Are some business values more focused on addressing the economic side of the total business equation, and still others on the human side? And if there's a difference there, why so?
Go ahead, Dr. O'Connor.
Okay. Really, it's not the economic and human that we're going to look at with the values. It's really looking at what are the purpose they serve. The purpose of the company's business values is to keep them in business and grow the business. Okay? So it's the stability and growth we talked about earlier. And so if you look at stability values, for instance, well, one of the ones we would find on an economic stability value would be profitability. Okay? But an economic growth value would be financial strength, where you just don't want the bottom line to be strong, but you want to be growing the top line. Okay? And so that would be an example of stability and growth. Everyone's job is to work by the company's values. Okay? So if you have 3 values, that's your job. If you have 4 values in your company, that's your job, those four values. And that's what we expect to be doing day in and day out consistently. Because if you're not doing that, the risk is that we're going to be out of business, folks, or we're going to be struggling, and people are going to suffer as a result of that. Research is done. And those people don't like this research, okay? But my job is to tell the truth, best I know it, okay? Not tell people what they want to hear, okay? 80% of all people are essentially shaped by external forces in their environment. Most of them aren't aware of that. Given that, it's 4 out of 5 employees are going to need some help. They can't do it by themselves. Okay, they're going to need direction, and they're going to need support. And performance as appropriate to assure that adjustments are made when called for. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds right on.
Okay.
I can think of a situation recently where, in the end, I was successful with a client, but if I had to do it over again, it'd probably take half the time and be 2/3 less painful.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So just by ahead of time, now, before you go into that situation, as they say, be aware of the situation you're going in, right? Monitor how you're doing in that against what your plan was, okay? As you self-monitor, and then make the adjustments as you go through that. Do you think you can do that?
I think I can.
Okay, great. How does that individual match up to the requirements of that job? Okay, are they here? Okay, or is there this gap? Okay.
Should you screen for culture before values before you do your adaptability, job specific?
If you don't fit for the culture, you don't fit for any job. Okay, don't even go to the second step. That's what people get kind of seduced into that. They say, oh, this person's a great performer and so on and so forth. But what they find out later, unfortunately, is they had to sacrifice the company's values for this hotshot. Okay, that we really want to run the organization according to their values, which is quite different than what you need for this business to be successful. Very good. You did a great job on that. I want to reward all of you for that, or most of you. I don't know if I can reward all of you, okay, for that insight, so on and so forth. So here you go. Here's your golden nuggets, okay? Okay, and then enjoy, okay? I got to hire one of them, because if I got the work's got to get done. I got to hire. There's only 2 people left in the world. Got to hire one of them. What am I going to do? Pardon me? Positively motivated, he says. Okay, doesn't fit. Style doesn't fit for the job. Skill. They have the skill. Okay, it's possible, right? Anything else I might want to look at? Adaptable golden nuggets. Lots of golden nuggets. Lots of, come on up for all those golden nuggets, okay? Lots more golden nuggets. Here, come on back for some more golden nuggets. Okay, adaptable. We don't have to limit ourselves to just looking at that one dimension, right? Regardless of the situation. Okay, what is the single most important question you have to ask yourself so that you therefore know how to respond effectively to make the problem go away? Guess how many people to date have given me the correct answer? How many? Try 0. Okay, I mean that's a big 0 I'm talking about. Okay, no one has ever identified. What does that tell us? Yes, very unfavorable. Thank you very much. Okay, absolutely. And it's going to continue to become unfavorable, except for this audience, you see? Because now, who has the answer? You do. How about your competitors? They don't.